yo, Q. Oh my. Oh my. I'm cool on that fake shit. And I keep my grass cut to see that snake shit. Man, put my name on it, make me respect it. I'm talking face to face shit. You ain't gotta like me, but you sure gotta respect me. I'm cool on that fake shit. And I keep my grass cut to see that snake shit. Man, put my name on it, make me respect it. I'm talking face to face shit. You ain't gotta like me, but you sure gotta respect me. May say what you want about me, may speak how you feel. I ain't losing no sleep about it, it is what it is. And respect what you saying, cause shit, you said it to them. Let's link up and let's talk about it. If not, then shut up about it. I hate that laughing, smiling in your face shit. Knowing they don't fuck with you, I swear to God, that's fake shit. And that's why I keep a blaze for the grass. See that snake shit, I ain't in my feelings. I'm just cool on all that fake shit. Cool on that fake shit. And I keep my grass cut to see that snake shit. Man, put my name on it, make me respect it. I'm talking face to face shit. You ain't gotta like me, but you sure gotta respect me. I'm cool on that fake shit. And I keep my grass cut to see that snake shit. Man, you put my name on it, make me respect it. I'm talking face to face shit. You ain't gotta like me, but you sure gotta respect me. You can't hide who you are. You got hate in your heart. Yeah, you hate to see me winning. Yeah, tear you apart. You got issues within, you know that envy of sin. But you can't help it, my blessing just make it sweat through your skin. But that's alright though, just make sure when you mention me that you ain't don't throw a rock and hide your hand, my nigga come correctly. No, I don't respect shit unless it's said directly. You don't get a pass, say this shit face to face, respect me. Or keep your mouth closed, or get your eyes closed. But that fake shit that you want, I get from round. I see the same every time they can't hide. That's the reason why you know I keep my grass low. Cool on that fake shit, and I keep my grass cut to see that snake shit. Man, you put my name on it, make me respect it. I'm talking face to face shit. You ain't gotta like me, but you sure gotta respect me. I'm cool on that fake shit, and I keep my grass cut to see that snake shit. Man, you put my name on it, make me respect it. I'm talking face to face shit. You ain't gotta like me, but you sure gotta respect me. You gotta respect me.
Steps off, baby. This ain't just a vibe, it's a sanctuary. You just walked into the Love Palace. Welcome to a daily dose of D. Wrap yourself in satin, truth. This love ain't rushed, it's velvet smooth. Silk on your spirit, rose in your mouth. Let me show you what healing's really about. Ooh, she don't play with pleasure, nah. Only pours it where it's earned. Let it burn slow. A daily dose of D. Let the love run deep and free. One touch and you'll believe. She's the calm, she's the heat, she's the peace you need. Here in the Love Palace, where even broken ships sail smooth. Anchor down, baby, daily dose of D. Your prescription to feel seen. No refills, just show up and receive. Let your ships drift into healing seas. We don't chase waves, we ride them.
Grand rising, grand afternoon, or grand evening, depending on what time of day you are watching Daily Dose of D. Welcome to the Love Palace. Yes, y'all, we have made it to Friday. It is Friday, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Friday. So let's just clap it up for Friday, okay? All right, y'all. So, with that being said, you know, here at Daily Dose of D, we keep it real about life, love, healing, and growth. And today, we're going to dive into the final mindset. We talked about what it was to be optimism, right? We talked about optimism. We talked about pessimism. And yesterday we went into cynical, how to be cynical, cynicism. And today we're going to talk about one of the mindsets that shapes so much of how we move in the world. And that's going to be realism. And I hope you guys are ready on this friendly Friday. And I hope y'all being friendly out there. Be nice and friendly on this Friday, okay? So, with that being said, let's go and get the definition of the word of the day. Realism, the attitude or practice of accepting a situation as it is and being prepared to do with it accordingly. And let's not forget the quote of the day on Friendly Friday. If you can be anything, be real. Y'all heard that song at the beginning. We don't want none of that fake stuff, okay? We don't want none of that. Nah, we good on the fake stuff. So we're going to talk about realism. Now listen, realism is everywhere. It's how we love, how we work, how we plan, and how we even see ourselves. Now, a lot of people claim to be realists, right? Don't they? But what does that really mean? Is realism about being smart and prepared? Or is it about being negative and cold? Or can it actually be a healthy way to live life? But by the end of today's show, I hope you have a better understanding and meaning of the word realism, its pillars, its downfall, and how to balance it with hope and love. So sit back, grab your drink, whatever that is, water, tea, a beverage on this friendly Friday, and let's go ahead and go on this journey together. Okay? So, you know, I just titled this today right here. What I titled this was is realism with Goddess D. Okay? So let's I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. Let's just keep it simple. Okay. We're gonna keep it simple. Realism is the practice of seeing the world as it truly is. Realism is a perspective in international relations that emphasizes the role of state in the pursuit of power and security. Realists believe that states are the primary actors in the international system and that their interactions are driven by a constant struggle of power. So, listen to this. If you look outside and you see that it's cloudy, it got dark clouds, if you're a realist, you're going to say, oh, the sun probably went somewhere else. So that's fine. Let me go grab my umbrella. Okay? Right? They doesn't say like a person that's not a realist is like, dang, you know what? The sun probably went somewhere else. I knew it. It's just gloomy. Oh, it's fine. The realist says, you know what? It's about to rain, y'all. The sun went somewhere else, but it's about to rain. Let me go ahead and grab my umbrella and go on with my day. That's the heart of realism. It's about staying grounded, practical, in line with reality instead of fantasy. Let me say that again. The heart of realism is staying grounded, practical, in the line with reality instead of fantasy. Realists live in facts, not in them fairy tales, not in them Disney tales, not in them cartoon tales. You feel me? So, in the simplest definition, realism means accepting and working with reality actually as it is. All right. So, we are going to go into this a little deeper. So stay close, family, on this Friendly Friday. We're going to be right back after this short break to talk about the main belief of realism and why it grounds us in truth. Don't move, don't go anywhere. We're just getting started right after this message.
Dear friend, can we talk? You ever hold something inside you so long it starts to rot? A truth fermented in silence. This ain't about closure, it's about honesty. When I do with harmonies, yeah. Dear friend, can we talk? Can I pour this truth like wine? I'm for the ache I've locked inside for such a long, long time. Dear friend, can we talk before the silence swallows it whole? I need you to know I tried, I cried, I'm here, I'm whole. I tried, I cried, I'm here, I'm whole. Light extra bleacher, shit a snap or piano, internet delivery. There were nights I wrote you letters, tore them up before the dawn. Pages heavy with forgiveness, but too late to right the wrong. You weren't a villain.
Welcome back, my beautiful souls. Guess what, y'all? Dear friend, can we talk? Is gonna premiere this Monday, September the 8th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over at Blended Healing. So make sure you tune in. So if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And then after you hit the subscribe button, you go ahead and like it. And then you're going to share it too. And then after all that, hit that notification button so you don't miss anything that happens over at Blended Healings, okay? That's Monday, 7 p.m., September 8th. Dear friend, can we talk? We'll hope to see you there. So let's go ahead and continue our conversation about realism, about keeping it real with life. So let's go start building here, okay? So, what is the main belief of realism? Well, the main belief of realism is reality exists whether you like it or not. Point blank, period. Real life reality exists whether you like it or not. You can wish for things to be different, but at the end of the day, life operates based on truth, not imagination. Mhm. So this doesn't mean realists don't have dreams. It just means they believe dreams require grounded steps. So in other words, reality doesn't just bend because of our feelings or wishes or dreams. So if you don't pay your bills, right? No matter how much you wish for peace of mind, Your landlord or them bills or your light bill or your water bill is still going to be there. That landlord's going to come knocking at the door. If you don't eat right, no matter how much you wish to be healthy and healing and don't have no illnesses, your body is still going to feel it. If you start a business, a realist says, "Oh, that's beautiful. Now let's write a business plan. Let's check out finding. Let's figure out how we're going to get these customers. Let's get into our product." The idealist, now listen here, I said the idealist may only focus on the vision, but the realist ensures it's sustainable. Realists believe truth is the truth, even if we don't like it. That's why they say things like, "It is what it is." Hmm. Have y'all said that? It is what it is. And sometimes, family, that's exactly what it is. The core belief is truth over illusion. Y'all hear that? The main belief of realism, the core belief of realism is truth over illusion. So now that we have that core belief of realism, I want to talk about the three types of realism. So, realism isn't a one size fits all. And that's bogus anyway, because the one size fits all don't fit all. Let's just keep it a buck. But anyway, these realism shows up in different forms, right? So we have the philosophical realism. This is about truth in itself. Realists believe that the world is real whether or not we think about it. The ocean exists even if no one is standing on the beach. Okay? Philosophical realism. And then there's the artistic realism. This is when art imitates life. This would be in movies, in novels, in painting, in music. Artistic realism avoids fantasies and shows everyday people with everyday struggle. So think about this movie. Y'all know the movie Boys in the Hood or Friday? They were raw, but it was real and relatable. That was the artistic realism. Now, this sermon, I'm just going to say what it is because it's going to trigger me. Political realism. This one is about power. It's the ideal. It's the ideal. Let me say that part again. That governments and leaders don't make decisions based on morality. They do what protects their power and survival. That's what political realism should be. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, so a realist leader may say, "We're making this alliance not because we love the other country, but because it benefits us." Okay? That's political realism in action. But you know what? They're being real. Okay. Nope, don't do it. D. Okay, family. Don't leave just yet. After the break, we're going to expand into the four forms of realism and how they affect everyday life. We'll be right back. Y'all continue to be friendly on this Friday, right after this message.
She wrote it in the rhythm of the trees. Talk sweet, pour, calm like teas. Queen KELLZ with the herbs that speak. She the balance when your soul feel weak. From plan to place, you walk with grace. Tinctures that kiss you into place. This ain't a trend, this ancient flow. She don't heal you, she helps you grow, yeah. She dropped that lemon balm in the brew. Talk to the leaves like they kinfolk too. From seed to sip, it's alignment work. Holistic hands, love laced in dirt. Queen KELLZ, that soul on the rise. She don't sell dreams, she real with the vibes. Got jars on the shelf like blessings in glass. Reminding your spirit to slow down fast. No rush, just rhythm. She the pause in the system. Where the world wanna numb, she say feel. That's the kind of magic that heals for real. In the rhythm of the trees. Talk sweet, pour, calm like teas. Queen KELLZ with the herbs that speak. She the balance when your soul feel weak. From plant to plate, she walk with grace. Tinctures that kiss you into place. This ain't a trend, it's ancient flow. She don't heal you, she helps you grow.
Welcome back, everyone. Make sure you tap into Holistic Royalty by KELLZ. She dropped a little short video yesterday. Y'all might want to go check that out. Gave me something to think about. Maybe you can think about it too. If you check out that video, put a comment at the bottom. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that like button, share it out, and hit that notification. Okay, so you don't miss when she drops them recipes, and that content that she's giving. Okay, because you know it's called collaboration over competition, right? Networking at its finest. Come and see that we're networking. Make sure you hit that notification for holistic, holistic royalty by KELLZ. Okay. So let's go ahead and get back into our discussion. When I went on that break, I said we were going to talk about the four major forms of realism, and we're also going to go into what are the three pillars of realism as well. Okay, so right now we're going to break down the four major forms of realism. All right, so all right. So let's start with the first one, classical realism. This is rooted in human nature. It says people, especially leaders, are driven by desire for power and control. That's classical realism. Then we have neo realism. You know, when I think of neo, I think about the Matrix, but okay, let's focus. This focus less on people and more on system. It says the world system of power and competition pushes nations to act in the way they do. That's neo realism. It focused less on the people and more on the system. So the first one says that it was the people, especially leaders, and more on the power. Then you have practical realism. This is what we use in everyday life, which is paying bills on time, making sure we have gas in the car, checking the facts before we make a decision. That's your practical realism. Then you have literary realism. See, y'all, you know I'll be real. I'll be getting my words together. Y'all keep it a buck with y'all. This one is about storytelling. So many raptors captured ordinary lives and struggles to reflect real human experience. No fantasy, no magic, just life as it is. So you have classic realism, neo-realism, practical realism, and literary realism. I gotta get my L's and R's together, right? So here's the example so you guys can understand. A classic realist might say people act in their self interest. A practical realist is going to say, I'm going to pay my bills before buying some new shoes. They have the same mindset, but it's different area of life. So the classic realist says people act in their self interest. The practical one says, I'm going to pay my bills before I go ahead and get these shoes, right? The same mindset, but it's in a different area. One was directed towards the people, and the other one was directed to everyday life. Okay, so I hope you understood those. While I'm messing up literary. All right. So I wanted to also go on with what are the three pillars of realism? Because there's pillars as well. So it's especially powerful that we talk about, and I don't want to, but we got to because this is real life, political or global realism. These pillars apply to our daily lives. Now, if we like it or not, because this is just being real on this Friendly Friday, and I'm going to be friendly when I say this, but if we like it or not, we do have political and government and global. So there is pillars to this, right? The three pillars are statism. So this is in politics. The state is the most important in life. The most important, sorry, in life about protecting your own household and your own circle first. Statism. Okay. Then we have survival. The most important goal is what? To survive, whether it's nations in war or in our personal lives. That means food, shelter, health, safety always comes first. And then we have self help. Nobody is going to rescue you. Realism says you must rely on yourself, prepare yourself, and move smart. Now, these three pillars are very, very important. Okay. They're very important because when I think about it, um, I think about it like, especially when it comes to survival and self help. And it's not a plug, but I'm just being real about what I'm about to say. This focuses my attention to the journey home. Yes, it focused my attention to the journey home because we are learning different aspects of how to survive without certain things. We're teaching you how to get things from the earth. We're teaching you how to be an altar and how you are. So those two really, really relate to me as pillars, survival and self-help, right? So example, so in life, this might mean making sure your bills are paid, like I said, and your household is in order before you can extend help to others. Realists believe survival comes first. Y'all hear that? In life, it might mean making sure your bills are paid and your household is ordered before you just send your help to anybody else. And that's real, y'all. That's real. Like I had to really learn that. I had to learn that you have to really do that. Take care of you and yourself before you could take care of somebody else, right? Just like when you're on that airplane, what do they tell y'all? I travel a lot. So before you put a mask on, that mask on or that life jacket on somebody else, take care of yourself. So realists really believe that survival comes first. So, family, we're going to take a quick pause. And when we come back, we're going to explore the aim of realism, why this mindset exists at all, right after this message. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. So, this Sunday is approaching. Make sure you pull up to Poetry and Pull. Come vibe with us. You can come up there and give a poem, some spoken word, get a reading, get some encouragement. Whatever you need to do, it's a good vibe over there. Good vibes only. Okay, good vibes. Good vibes. All right. Make sure you do that, okay? This Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right over there at Blended Healing, okay? The COC will see you over there, all right? So we are diving into realism, the mindset that can either free us or limit us. So let's keep it flowing. What is the aim of realism? The aim of realism is to help us see clearly, reality clearly, so we can make wiser and better choices. Let me say this again. The aim of realism, the real goal of realism is to see reality clear so we can make wiser decisions. It teaches us to prepare, to think logically, to focus on what we can control instead of wishing life was different. Mm, mm, mm. Realism exists so we don't get lost in illusion and fake expectation. It helps us face what's real, plan for what's likely, and make wise choices. So a realist asks questions like, what's really happening here? What's really happening here? What's the most likely outcome? And how can I prepare myself and my loved ones for that reality? Those are questions realists ask. If you're in a relationship and red flags are waving all up in your face, a realist doesn't say, well, maybe he or she will magically change. No. Mm-mm. A realist says the signs are here now, and unless something shifts and changes, it's not going to work out. Period. All right. So instead of saying, I want to be rich one day, listen to this. The realist asks, what do I need to do today to save money, to invest, to build the wealth, to have financial freedom? So the aim of realism is not to kill dreams. It's not a dream killer, but it's to ground them. The aim of realism is not to be cold or harsh. It's to protect us from disappointment, wasted energy, and sometimes even danger. It gives us the power to move with wisdom instead of blind hope. The aim of realism equals clarity, protection, and wise choices. Mm, y'all got that? All right now. Now it's time to talk about the downfall of being a realist. What's the downfall of being a realist? Because you know it's all about duality. We got to talk about both. So, like everything, realism does have a shadow side, have a dark side. One of the downfalls of being a realist is that it can lead to cynicism, which I talked about yesterday. Can lead to cynicism and pessimism. So a strict realist view can make it difficult to believe in international cooperation, human rights, or possible or even the possibility of a more peaceful world. It can only be seen as a self-fulfilling prophecy, where the expectations of conflict leads to a lack of trust and a perpetual state of competition. Mhm. Realism is often criticized for overlooking the role of non state actors such as multinational corporations and international corporations. So, in our language, in our world, outside of the politics, right? The shadow of it is you don't include others. I could do it by myself, cynicism and pessimism. I could do it by myself, or you're negative. Oh, it's not going to come out like I said it was, or I knew that was going to happen. Downfalls include becoming overly negative or pessimistic, like I just said, always accepting the worst and missing out in the joy in life. So, being so grounded that you don't leave the room for imagination, faith, or even miracles. Mhm. That's the downfall. A realist who forgets balance can become pessimistic, always bracing for the worst and never making room for miracles and blessings. Okay? Downfall. Negativity, over preparation, and lack of imagination. A realist might avoid starting a relationship because they see every possible way it could fail. Yes, they're protecting themselves, but they also miss the possibility of love. This is why balance is the key. So, friendly, on this friendly Friday, let's breathe and let it all out. I just took a lot in. So, after the break, we'll talk about why realism is still so important even through these downfalls, right after this message.
Yeah, let's move it out now. Big relentless up in this. It's big mouthpiece. Oh, you ain't know. That ain't love, that's like hatred. Come on, brother. Why you niggas still on fake shit? Come on, brother. How you black but you a racist? Come on, brother. She sleeping with that twin husband, see this tasteless. Come on, sister. Time to take it back to the king queen shit. Come on, sister. Time to take it back to the king queen shit. Come on, brother. It's time to take it back to the king queen shit. Come on, three. It's time to take it back. Damn, come on, it's got an emergency. Time to get moving with urgency. Big Mouthpiece back. Take it, this shit sold up like surgery. Shout out to DJ King Miller and all those that work in the clergy. Can't waste no time, we better do it in a hurry. Set a date at 9 or probably even 9:30. Why they so quick to talk down but slow to show love to me? Quick to eat off the table but won't plan, want something for me. I gave them my open arms, now they acting like they don't know me. I needed some direction, that's when Queen Money Tide told me. Focus on the bag, all that nonsense is below me. So turn me up, don't be shady, press that like up for me. Hey, you can't look down on your brother, I used to swipe from the corner store, cause I was hungry. Instead of respecting my grind, how you gon' throw shade on me? Big brother hate my guts, tryna chop off my feet, but I am not Toby. Haters be praying on my downfall, but be acting like we homies. That ain't love, that's like hatred. Come on, bruh. Why you niggas still on fake shit? Come on, bruh. How you black but you a racist? Come on, bruh. She sleeping with her twin husband, see that's tasteless. Come on, sister. Time to take it back to the king queen shit. Come on, sister. Time.
Welcome back, everyone. All right. Make sure that you tap into Big Mouthpiece Come On Brother this Saturday. You heard what he said. It could be 9:30. So what I need you to do is while you go ahead and subscribe to him and hit the like and share it, hit the notification, then you know when he's coming out. But we know it's Saturday night. And when I tell you we be having a good time over there, come through. We have some good laughs, good serious conversation. Whatever you like, he got it going on over there. And you hear how he be busting on the ones and twos. You hear that flow, right? You can hear some more bangers he be playing too over there, okay? So make sure you come over Saturday to Big Mouthpiece. Collaboration over competition. And he would say, big COC energy. See you there. All right. So let's talk about why realism is necessary for survival. So realism is important because it keeps the anchor, it's the anchor that keeps us floating away into fantasy, into imagination. Okay? Despite its criticism, realism remains an important theory because it provides a powerful, pragmatic framework for understanding international politics. It helps you explain why wars occur, why states builds up military, and why countries' natural interests often take precedence over global corporations. Realism serves as a crucial counterbalance to more idealistic theories, reminding us that power, security, and competition are what are fundamental drivers in the, this world, in society. Realism matters because it keeps us grounded in truth. Even though we might not like the things that's going on in this world, as far as politics, the government, it's still the truth. It's still real. It's still present. Even though they might not be real, the situations and the things that are current are real. Like I said, realism matters because it keeps us grounded in truth. So, in relationships, realism helps us see people as they are, not as we imagine them to be. So if you're being real on all your ships, all your relationships, you see people for who they are. not imagining who you want them to be. If someone shows you their true colors, a realist believes them the first time. In finances, realism, realism makes sure we budget, save, and avoid falling into unnecessary debt. And in health, realism reminds us that self-care, exercise, diet aren't optional. They're necessary for survival and living. So, if you know storms happen every year, if you live, so like me, when I used to live in Colorado, I knew that we were going to have some snow, right? I knew that it's going to snow. It is going to snow within the year, right? A realist going to make sure their home is insured and stocked with supplies and food and the things that you need. An idealist might say, oh, it's not going to be that bad. Nothing will happen. That's why realism is a survival tool. It's about being ready. Realism keeps us safe. It avoids us heartache, broken promises, and reckless decisions. Think of it like this. If the optimist is the balloon that helps you float, realism is the stream that keeps you from flying away and getting lost in the sky. You need both. But without the stream, the balloon could just drift and then eventually pop. Mm, mm, mm. So I'm going to take my last break here, and we're going to end this on a healthy ways to be realistic on this Friendly Friday. So stay grounded without losing your joy, and we'll be right back after this message.
So work, so work, holding the dark, light in the womb. I was born with a fire kiss, done like truth, breathed like mist. I carry lifetimes in these hips, and prayers inside my wrist. They said I'm too much, too wild, too free, but baby, I was never meant to be. Quiet, tame, contained, I am so untamed.
Worlds become portals,
Ooh,
and we float. I'm Alicia Dion, and this is Soul. Let's begin. What is meant for you
I am
is
so
already in motion.
work slowly.
Let's see where it leads.
Magic in my skin, healing while you hold me.
The cards are just
Say
catching.
my name, feel the shift begin. Alicia Yeti, I'm so work within. So work within. I read stars with my fingertips, found heaven in the curve of my lips. My voice, a spell you can't forget. I bloom in shadows, no.
Welcome back, everyone. Guess what, y'all? Make sure you subscribe to Alicia Dion. You know why? I've seen that she is doing a live tomorrow, Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time about that soul work. And if you want to know about soul work, you want to tap in because I'm going to tap in because I want to know what it's all about. So make sure you subscribe to Alicia Dion and you hit the like, share, subscribe, and the notification because she is going to talk about soul work. And I see that it's a series. So this is Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then we're going to give you a little break with the COC, and then Big Mouthpiece is coming in right after that in the evening, okay? So make sure you subscribe to Alicia Dion. It's COC, collaboration over competition. So let's close this out with some healthy way to live as a realist. So, here's the good news, y'all. You can be a realist and still live a happy and joyful life. Being a realist in a healthy way involves balancing with being optimistic. Instead of viewing the world as a hopeless place, a healthy realist acknowledges that challenges and risks are still there, but works toward positive change. This can be achieved by several ways. Okay. You're going to set realistic goals. Don't expect perfection, but strive for progress. So instead of aiming for a world without conflict, work on promoting dialogue and reducing tension. How about you do that? Acknowledge multiple perspectives, acknowledging the role of power and self interest, but don't ignore factors like diplomacy, shared values, and economic independence. Prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. A healthy realist takes precautions and prepares for potential threats while still actively pursuing opportunities for cooperation and peace. So, healthy ways to practice realism include being balanced, right? Accepting reality, but still have dreams and hope. You're going to, as a realist, prepare, but without fear. Use realism for preparation to prepare, but not fear. Plan for changes, but don't obsess over them. Stay open to possibilities. Today's today's truth doesn't limit tomorrow's potential. Everybody hear that? Today's truth does not limit tomorrow's potential. And that you're going to practice gratitude. Realism doesn't mean ignoring the beauty of life. What? It does not mean that. It means balance, preparation, possibility, and gratitude. So, a realist might say, yes, relationships take work, but I'm still open to love. That's healthy realism, grounded, but not closed off. So, let's imagine this. You start a new business, and the realist is going to look at the numbers, the market, the risk, but a healthy realist does that and believes success is possible with the right plan, discipline, and persistence. That's the sweet spot, family. Not fantasy, not harshness, but balance, grounded in truth, yet open to love, light, and possibility. Yeah. So, family, realism isn't about truth. Is about truth. Sorry. Woo, y'all, see, look at me. It's about truth. It's about seeing things as they are, but not letting the truth strip you away from hope or joy. Be grounded. Yes. Be prepared. Absolutely. But don't forget to love, to dream, and most importantly, to live. It teaches us to face what is real, to protect ourselves, and to plan wisely. But remember, don't let realism steal your joy. Let it guide you, but not limit you. Because life isn't just about survival, it's about love, hope, and dreams and living. So I want to thank you today for letting me talk to you about realism, right? I want to thank you for allowing me to do this mindset with you all. Okay? I appreciate it so much. And when I tell you that these thoughts and words come to me, like I said, this whole mindset came during a meditation and it came up as being optimistic. And then I went down the rabbit hole and came up with all these other mindsets. And I'm just giving you the research that I found out on it. Oh, it's research. They don't go saying Goddess D feels this way and Goddess D. You can, I mean, don't treat it like it's the golden truth. Okay, you go do the research for yourself. Okay, on this friendly Friday. So I appreciate everyone that has been through this series with me. I want to make sure that you come to all the COC Alicia D on 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's soul work. Y'all want to know what it is? Tap in. And don't forget, come on, brother, later on in the evening with Big Mouthpiece on Saturday. And then Sunday, Poetry and Pulse, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We appreciate all those supporters and all the people that can continue to support us. We just want to, show that there is collaboration over competition. So I want everyone to have a lovely weekend. Be safe out in the streets, in the YouTube streets, on social media, in life. And I hope these mindsets helped you. Thank you for coming to the Love Palace. Peace and love. And I will see you all real soon. Have a great, great weekend.
Body butter, shade, sage, washing off yesterday's weight, spell in the steam, peace in the flame. I call my power, speak my name. Rose quartz on my windowsill, lavender mist when I need to chill. Aura bright, no fake shine. Everything I touch is by design. Sacred glow, I feel divine. Every drop's a blessing by design. Soap so rich, spray so clean. Burning candles while I live my dream. Crystal charge, my spirit's high. Anointed oil, now watch me rise. Not just a scent, it's essential. I stay tapped in with Jamaica essentials. Oils crafted by moonlight's kiss. Protection in every little drip. From the root to the crown I rise. Ancestral hands all in this vibe. Go deeper, feel it unfold. Magic in the jar, ancient and bold. Stay tapped in with Jamaica essentials. Yeah, stay tapped in. Feel love like she don't just love, she heals and keep. Let go, let flow. Daily dose of Dee in the land free. In the love palace, ships dock even key. Yeah, we guide the tide. GoddessDeeofLuv. Whispering back when your heart needs reminding. D is divine, D is daily, D is love. A daily dose